Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Chiefs' new signing gets UK-influenced mark of approval. Kaizer Chiefs off-season signing Ethan Chislett has been given a pat on the shoulder by another former AFC Wimbledon player who also played in the PSL. A polished path to real £20 million evaluation. He was born in Durban but then left for the United Kingdom as a kid before going on to play in the third and fourth tier leagues of English football for Port Vale, Wimbledon, and Aldershot Town. 16 games into the season, he is yet to play and has only been on the bench twice. If you play at that level in England, then you are a good team player who can take directives from the coach, and there shouldn't be any doubt at all about your abilities as a footballer, retired goalkeeper Nick Gindre tells Kickoff.com. Just like Chislett, Gindre played for Wimbledon before moving to the PSL, where he featured for AmaZulu and Mpumalanga Black Aces. It is a big change for him, getting used to the environment and culture, which is a different world in the UK. In the UK, they don't do you favors. For him to have played at that level, it means he is quality. If he is not proven, then Chiefs wouldn't have signed. You can't play for Chiefs without them having checked who you are, so they know who they signed. You can't play for Chiefs without them having checked who you are, so they know who they signed. I don't think they sign buddies at Chiefs. I believe Chiefs is making sure that when he makes his appearance, then he is ready in all aspects. Based on my experience, the football in England is more structured, not technical but precise in what has to be done. When you come here as a midfielder, it is challenging because there is more freedom and players spend more time on the ball. He is going to have to get used to the level of creativity, which unlike the traditional way of playing in England. Then you change for Chiefs' next home game. This means he will have to get used to the awareness levels, speed of. Johnson's advice to Preez: stay away from there. Former Kaizer Chiefs head coach Cavin has suggested an advice to striker Ashley Preez to turn around his confidence after criticism over missing a goal with an open net to aim at in the CAF Confederation Cup. After Chiefs were held to a goalless draw by AS Simba in the Confederation Cup second preliminary round first leg in Democratic Republic of Congo, although the match was not televised, video clips of Preez missing an open net close to goal went viral on social media. Odds stacked in Chiefs goalkeeper's favor for extension. Amakasi supporters heavily criticized the former Stellenbosch striker, particularly on social media, questioning whether the speedy forward has the quality to still play for the Glamour Boys, who have strengthened their strike force in the previous transfer window with the likes of Flavio Silva, Kanaya Samayo, and Itiosa Ighodaro. After that incident in Congo, Preez was dropped to the bench in the second leg that Chiefs won 3-1 at home and did not make the matchday squad in subsequent league matches against Siwalili, Durban City, and Orbit College. Johnson, speaking exclusively to Soccer Laduma, has suggested that the 28-year-old forward has to stay away from his phone to focus and regain his confidence. Look, as far as that is concerned, criticism from supporters on social media, the player of today, and especially when you play for Kaizer Chiefs, as a player, no matter what position you play, it's about who you play for, Johnson said to the SIA crew. Especially if you miss a goal, social media, the news, all of them, they are all over you. So as a player, I think Ashley has to recover himself and stay away from those areas. Don't look or read, because Chiefs don't only have Soccer Laduma and Kickoff and Supersport covering them, no. Mlongo, Velabai can only grow at Chiefs. They have millions of supporters that are also reporters, you understand? So as a play, back to square one at Kaizer Chiefs? Sporting director Kaizer Motoung Jr. gives no assurance for Cedric Kaze and Khalil Ben Youssef's futures at Amakasi despite the tremendous job. The two tacticians have been at the helm of the Glamour Boys in most matches this season, domestically and abroad, as the Soweto Giants work their way back to the top. Despite their arguably impressive performance, the club's executive management has not confirmed whether the duo will stay beyond the current campaign. The genesis. Kaizer Chiefs were desperately in need of a proven technical team at the beginning of the 2024-25 season, following their worst finish in the Premier Soccer League era, 10th. They contracted Nasreddine Nabi, who had to amicably part ways with AS FAR Rabat after just one season in charge, for a new challenge in the Premier Soccer League with Amakasi. Nabi came with his team, which included Cedric Kaizer and Khalil Ben Youssef as his assistants at the club. The debut season was tough. They finished 9th on the PSL table, but the coaching team were retained after winning the Nedbank Cup, the first crown for the club in a decade. Nabi was relieved of his duties at the club just 6 PSL games into the season, with the management opting to give Kaizer and Ben Youssef a chance to prove their quality in the team. They have since been at the club, calling shots until, at least, the end of the season. What Kaizer and Ben Youssef have accomplished so far. In the Premier Soccer League, the Glamour Boys have played 11 games so far with a return of 6 wins, 4 draws, and a loss, which has put them third on the table. They have 22 points, the same as second-placed Orlando Pirates, who have a better goal difference. Interestingly, they are 3 points behind the defending champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, who have played more matches, which has brought a conversation about the chances of Amakasi defying the odds to win it. Things, however, didn't work out in the Carling 6 players who could leave Chiefs, Bucks and Downs. In less than 2 months, the January transfer window is going to open and there are a few players who could be leaving Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. Agent Mike Macob recently confirmed to Soccer Laduma that the door is not closed for Boydamelo Radio Payne to make a move in the January transfer window, depending on his situation at the club at the time. Potosi set for return as new club beckons. Radio Payne, according to Macob, had sustained an injury and is making his way back, but has to fight for his place in the team. Competition, however, will be tough, with Evidence Makopa and Yanila Mbuthuma showing some good form for the Buccaneers. There could be an opportunity for the 23-year-old to get game time elsewhere and build his confidence, having struggled to find the back of the net for the Buccaneers, just as he did during his days in the DStv Idiski Challenge. Radio Payne is not the only player from one of the big 3 clubs who could be making a move in the January transfer. Both Chiefs and Sundowns have players who were linked with exits in the last transfer window, and it's believed that the door for a departure is still open. Read, McGalwa, that's where I struggled. Scroll through the gallery to see which players from Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns could leave during the January transfer window. Exactly, and those are consistent teams. So what does that tell you? All Chiefs have to do is be more consistent within the league and their players will get an opportunity to play in the Bafana team. That's all it is telling you. I mean, when you look at it like that, then you've answered the question you asked yourself, Johnson said. If you ask yourself, who is dominating the South African national team, the former Al Ahly coach asked. Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, the SIA crew answered. Thank you. Are they consistent? Johnson continue. Daniel Akpeyi reveals next steps after Marumo Gallant's exit. Former Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper Daniel Akpeyi has revealed his next steps following his exit from Betway Premiership side Marumo Gallants. The Nigerian goalkeeper has been actively looking for a club after parting ways with Balabane Bontois at the end of the 2024-25 season. He joined the ambitious side when they purchased the Morocco Swallows PSL status. Unfortunately, he played second fiddle to Washington Arubi. In total, he made just 7 Betway Premiership appearances for Gallants. However, as a free agent, Akpeyi can still join any club that wants him anytime. Several clubs from the Motsepe Foundation Championship are said to be keen on adding his valuable experience to their teams. But none of them has made a meaningful offer for his services. What Daniel Akpeyi said. And the 39-year-old appears to have other plans. Though he was coy on revealing whether his next step is retiring or not, Akpeyi said he has embraced the fact that it's time for him to make a transition. I have my CAF D coaching license in hand, and very soon I will upgrade as I am ready to take on the next challenge and transition into coaching, Akpeyi told FR Post. You know, the club, Gallants, had other plans, but as an individual, I have to continue and hope for the best. Right now, there are 2 options, either to play or to coach, but I am looking at the transition. And I am also ready to accept a club that can allow both coaching and playing at the same time. Akpeyi has played for Chippa United, Chiefs, the now-defunct Morocco Swallows and Gallants during his stay in South Africa. In addition, he has earned significant game time with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, with 19 caps under his belt. At the moment, Chippa United goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali is Nigeria's first choice. Struggling Kaizer Chiefs rescued by Nigeria goalkeeper Akpeyi. Nigeria goalkeeper Daniel Akpeyi rescued Kaizer Chiefs with several superb saves. Second round first leg away to AS Simba. But things have changed. Chiefs are now in cruise mode, and the fact that Ben Youssef also recently went to Morocco on special leave, leaving Kaizer in charge, seems neither here nor there. So far, so good. Chiefs must use the FIFA break wisely to rest their legs, especially those players who have been in top form over the past few matches. Mfundo Vilakazi has been one of the most promising players to emerge in the Chiefs setup in recent years, winning matches with his assists and goals, a sign that he's slowly but surely coming of age. Be that as it may, it has been Duduzi Shabalala who is showing that he has what it takes to lead the team to the promised land. Shabalala has not only been the team's standout performer in recent games, scoring twice in their 4-1 victory over Orbit College in their last match midweek, but he has also caught the eye of Bafana coach Hugo Bruce. That's the greatest honor a player can receive, being called up to the national team. Bafana, to their credit,